I'm Brianna DePiero. I'm in 11th grade, and I made a song where I was the woman that Hamilton cheated on his wife with.
A kind of like a poem, and we switched off and did different things. Mine was about Crispus Attucks, and it was just a story of his life.
I chose to write a poem.
And I wrote a song about Thomas Paine's Common Sense.
My favorite student performance was the very first one because she rapped, and it was really cool, and it was like the beat was awesome and stuff like that. Yeah.
It was just really cool how she took the history from the play and put it into her own words.
My favorite student performance for the show was there's this kid in like an orange shirt, and he did a really good song.
Mine was this one girl who was playing the ukulele and singing, and she was really talented, but the crowd was started clapping, and they got off beat, and it kind of messed her up.
There is tea to spill, and it isn't in my cup. The British passing acts and our towns run amok. It's the duty of our country to oppose this attempt. My name is Samuel Adams.
The Paramount Theater was very pretty and very elegant and
Beautiful. The inside was really pretty. I love the Paramount.
Very old-fashioned in a way, and it reminded me of like the Lincoln Theater, but bigger.
It was a lot bigger than I expected, and there were a lot more people there, and again, it was really beautiful.
I really liked the Paramount Theater. I hadn't been there before, and the ceiling and all of the engravings and statues and stuff, those were just really cool to look at.
This project made me more interested about this time period, and it made me really curious to kind of figure out what started our country and how we kind of came to be, and I think it's really cool to learn about history that way.
You go in more into detail of the personal aspect of it, like how the founding fathers interacted with each other.
My favorite part of the show was probably Your Obedient Servant, because I had never liked that song before until I saw it come to life, and I loved that.
My favorite part of the show was probably The Room Where It Happens, for the same reason. It was always one of those songs where I just kind of listened to it, and it was really chill and mellow, but it was really cool to see it intensely performed, and it was really, really cool.
The performance, the music was really cool, especially during the song about the sisters, because the musicians were just very talented. I couldn't tell that they had live music. I thought it was all just playing from a pre-recorded track.
I don't know, it spoke to me because I'm a teenager, and it was kind of like modern music kind of, so I could just relate to it more.
I didn't know how much choreography was in it, because again, I had only ever listened to it before. I never got to see it, and it's such a choreography heavy show, and watching that was just so cool.
What surprised me most about the actors was I thought it was going to be the original cast from actual Broadway, but they were all also really, really good.
What surprised me about the show itself was how many African Americans were in the show altogether, because it's about slavery. There's slavery so much back then, but the main leads and the people who played them were African American.
Something really cool for me was knowing that the actors aren't perfect. They always kind of seemed perfect, especially in recordings and in bootleg videos. And it was really cool to see them maybe mess up a little bit, but still stay in character and stay with it and keep going.
What I learned is pretty much about Hamilton's whole life and how rocky it was and how he put up with all of the stuff and dealt with it.
I learned to appreciate how history shaped our world today, because it was cool seeing how America was founded, but in an interesting way where it wasn't just us sitting in a classroom.
How history can be created and molded into something really cool and fun.
It's okay to have a different form of art, And rap is not something that I would normally listen to, but presented in this way, like on a Broadway stage, was so cool for me, and it made me appreciate it even more.
If someone had the opportunity to go do this, I would say go for it, definitely. It was a very fun experience. It was cool to watch.
Go, do it, do the research. It was an awesome opportunity to go.
A lot of my friends hadn't seen Hamilton before, and they all went to see it, and it was their first time hearing about it, and they were so amazed by it.
Do it. Like, really do it. For us, it was like a no-brainer because we've both loved Hamilton for so long. But again, there were a ton of people who didn't even know what Hamilton was. And everyone that I've talked to loved the show because it's just such an amazing thing to witness and be a part of.
Being in the audience of 3,000 students was amazing. It was amazing to see all those students come together and share something they were all interested in.
It was really cool to see everybody hyped up and to see everybody so excited about something that I had been excited about before. And it was so cool to see everybody getting excited about history and something so interesting.